Carter Gill moved all in with top 2 pair, waiting for David Paredes to decide what to do with just top pair.
You don't bluff, right?
I haven't yet. Well, I see bet bluff one time, but and after that, I just check it down the rest of the way. I called him on the river with deuces.
2 poker pros here. Gill dropped out of Cal State Chico. Paredes graduated from Harvard. Gill born in Madras, Oregon. I can't even find that on a map.
That's all you need is queen. That's all you need is queen.
What are you saying?
I don't know. I'm just saying that's all you need is queen, right?
Paredes calls. Gill's got the best of it.
Oh, did you call you need a queen? Put the 5 of clubs out there. 5 of clubs. I was right. Is I call you need a queen?
Oh, and you hit it. And you felt good about it.
So you want to play poker for a living, huh?
Wow.
It was your talking that did it, man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Good job. You did a good job, man. You did a really valiant effort.
Carter Gill stunningly knocked out by David Paredes. Now David Williams with an ace-4 offsuit, and he will come out with 300,000 chips. Greg Raymer, first look at his hole cards, 2 8s.
You always love a pocket pair and heads up.
Raymer has a lot of chips to choose from, and he will make the call only. Raymer with a 2-1 advantage going to the flop. It comes out 4-2-5. David Williams pairs his 4, but he still trails Raymer's 8s.
Williams does pick up an inside straight draw.
Raymer checks, and David Williams bets 500,000.
He likes his hand. Middle pair, straight draw with the ace.
1.6.
And Greg Raymer likes his hand even more. Great read from Fossil Man. He will raise 1.6 million, and he's got the best hand right now.
David Williams already reaching for chips. We have seen him work so quickly throughout this tournament, and here he is making the call right away.
Williams sees low cards on the board, figured they would not help Raymer. What he doesn't figure is that Raymer does have a high pocket pair.
Shirley Williams in her most anxious moment of the whole tournament. Same could be said for Cheryl Raymer.
Fossil Man looks at that board and figures the only thing that could worry him is a higher pocket pair for Williams, and he doesn't think he has it.
And now the turn card. It's a 2, which pairs the board. Williams keeps improving his hand, and that's very dangerous because he still trails Greg Raymer.
2.5.
Raymer bets 2.5 million.
And immediately David Williams calls. Talk about being pot committed. Williams has put a boatload of chips in. In fact, he's put in 40% of his stack into this pot.
What a long way David Williams has come to be at this point of the tournament. With 17 players left, he had under 200,000 chips. Raymer had that on day 2.
Williams a 4-1 underdog as we go to the river. He can still come up with the best hand if he gets a 4 for a full house. A 3 would give him a straight. An ace would give him aces up.
River card, another 2. Now both players have full houses. Raymer has the better full house. He can only lose if he folds.
All in.
And he's all in.
And that would put David Williams all in. And if David Williams calls, it's all over. Greg Raymer would be the champion.
Call.
And Williams will call. The cards are turned. Raymer wins it all. Raymer has bested the biggest tournament field in poker history. He wins the $5 million and is the 2004 World Series of Poker champion.
2, Paul Snead flopped top pair against the ace high of Scott Montgomery. Action is on Montgomery. Montgomery reaching, and he makes it 1.5 million to stick around.
The youngins love the posture, and they love to put pressure on you.
Raise.
42-year-old Snead knows how to turn up the heat, too.
3 million total.
He makes it 3 million.
Well, that should do it for Montgomery. He's got squadoosh.
How much more do you have?
Is he thinking about sticking around, though?
Snead should just, twirl his finger around his chips. It would save time.
I'm all in.
Montgomery pushes all in.
Wow. I thought Montgomery was posturing when he asked for a count. Instead, with nothing, he bluffs all in and puts big-time pressure on Sneed.
So this late in the main event, a big decision for Paul Sneed.
Well, Sneed with a big pot out there, getting good pot odds. He has top pair, but this is for 80% of his chips.
I got caught. I have outs, probably. I definitely have outs.
If Sneed calls, Montgomery is the one who's caught.
I don't think you have a made hand. I might have the best hand.
Sneed had raised from the button pre-flop trying to steal the blinds, and Montgomery re-raised him 800,000 from the big blind. Now, Sneed has outflopped him, but he's got to decide for almost all his chips if Montgomery's got him crushed.
What do you want, buddy? Talk to me.
I want you to fold. I mean, is there a question about it? I know I have the best hand, but man, I don't want to risk all my life. You said you got outs. I don't want you to call. Please fold. Please, please, please fold. I mean,
Montgomery mostly truthful there. He doesn't have the best hand, but he really, really, really wants Sneed to fold.
How many players left?
Can't blame Sneed. Any decision at this point of the tournament is a huge decision.
I got a clock.
Are you serious? Are you kidding me?
Honey, I'm short and time's running and you've been taking a long time, so.
Clock has been in.
Sorry.
Wow, I can't believe she's calling the clock at this stage of the tournament. Tiffany's within her rights, but it ain't right.
Only a $12 million pot. She calls the clock.
Tiffany's got 50 big blinds left, and she is not in the hand.
Now extra pressure on Sneed.
If it's about math, I have to call. If it's about survival, I should fold.
Sneed certainly no newcomer to poker.
What's it about?
He understands there are make-or-break moments in every tournament. This may be his here in the main event.
This is a make-or-break moment for Scott Montgomery, too.
Clock running out.
I call.
And Sneed makes the tough call. Montgomery doesn't like that.
I got him! Come on, baby. I got him!
He's got him.
Oh, sheepishly turns over his ace-4. Sneed in great shape to knock off Montgomery.
Not cool, yo. Not cool.
Honey, it's my right.
Not cool.
It's my right, babe.
Really not cool.
If I thought he was, you know what? If I thought he was close to making a decision, my chips are short right now. Blinds are really big, and I'm playing for $9 million too.
You can justify whatever you want. I'm just saying it's not cool. It's really rude.
Again, Tiffany was within her rights to call the clock, but in that spot, it was a bit cold.
All right, let's get back to the action at the table. Paul Sneed and his wife Elizabeth's arms waiting for the turn card. Turn card an 8 of hearts, no good for Montgomery. Sneed, though, picks up a flush draw.
Time running out on Scott Montgomery.
that's a lovely card.
Only a non-heart ace keeps Montgomery alive.
It's an ace!
Oh, it's a diamond!
Montgomery wins the hand and doubles up somehow, taking that pot from Paul Sneed.
Oh man, that was so ugly.
Guy just put, let's see, 6 million chips in with ace-4
I thought it was aces.
with nothing on the flop.
Sneed crippled and devastated.
Montgomery hits the river and rakes in that 11 million chip pot.
Action over to Mike the Mouth Matusow. He's got a 9-7 suited with spades.
I raise.
And he'll raise to 12,000. Over to Fossil Man.
He is in the small blind.
Ace Jack, 2 diamonds. And he'll put in 36,000, a raise from Raymer.
Call.
Matusow will make the call, will go to the flop. 10-9-3, a pair of 9s now for Mike.
All in.
Raymer acting decisively and aggressively again, going all in on just a draw. He's got the nut flush draw and 2 overcards against the pair of 9s.
Count that.
And Matusow apparently considering risking most of his chips with a pair of 9s.
And these two dancing again, and they've had a lot of frays between each other.
About 230,000, huh? Well, if I'm right, I'm a chip leader. If I'm wrong, I'm hurting. Mike, you always had faith in your reads, buddy. You always had faith in your reads. Don't let your reads let you down one time this time. Please don't let it be wrong.
If Matusow calls, Raymer's tournament life is at stake here.
230,000, right?
241,000.
How much?
241,000.
Just that? That's it?
If I counted it right.
Told you I was gonna bust you. You came after me, didn't I? Don't let me be wrong, God. Call.
Mike the Mouth will risk about 2/3 of his chips to try to knock out Raymer.
Come on, God. No diamond, baby. Don't let me get unlucky. One time, baby. Blank on a turn, dealer. Do blank.
Turn card 2 of diamonds, and that gives Greg Raymer the winning flush.
Yes! How satisfying it must be for Raymer.
I play to win, baby. I play to win. You got to get 26 million in chips. I play to win.
And that rips the heart out of Mike Matusow, not to mention 2/3 of his chips going to Raymer.
You know why I called him before the flop? Because I knew what he had before the flop.
Thank you for busting me, Mike.
But I knew he had nothing.
He didn't have exactly nothing. He actually did have a draw.
Don't make a
though,
difference.
right?
It's going to be more hard work to get the money. You don't understand. I know what's going on.
Ivey with pocket eights.
Ivey won his first bracelet in 2000 in Pot Limit Omaha. Heads up against Amarello Slim. A changing of the guard. That's the last time Slim made a World Series final table.
Phil raised to 320. Shulman with pocket deuces.
Jeff Shulman looks like a Hollywood producer who hasn't had a movie made in about 6 years.
He lays this hand down, so they'll leave it up to the old guys. 27-year-old Jordan Smith in the big blind with ace-9 offsuit.
Smith's only 27, but he just seems more world-weary.
Wondered what Ivey might have raised with under the gun. He figures Ivey doesn't have much, so he's going to raise it with that ace to 1 million.
There's 3 betting Ivey with ace-9 off.
How much are you behind?
I don't know.
Actually, this is the second time Ivey's asked him that with a pocket pair, and it's the second time Smith has had ace-9.
Sometimes it's not what they answer, but how they answer.
I think I started with 6.5 or 6 or something like that.
I'd like to tell you what Phil Ivey is thinking, but he thinks at a much higher level than I do, so I don't want to pull a brain muscle.
Ivey needs 680,000 more to make the call and does toss it in casually.
The last time these two were matched up, Ivey was in the blind. This time Smith's in the blind, and Ivey has position.
Smith and Ivey will see a flop. The flop is 5, Queen 10. Ivey's pocket eights are still best.
Jordan Smith just has ace high.
And he checks it.
Come on, Phil, you got pocket pair. Show some pep in your step.
Oh, he checks with 2 overs on that flop. And now the turn card is another queen. Ivey still best, and he adds a flush draw.
And Jordan Smith still with just ace high.
Smith?
Check.
We'll check again.
This is a spot Ivey might pounce on with a pair and a flush draw.
But no, he checks too.
I'm surprised.
River card, ace of spades. Ivey with a check mark, hitting his flush. Smith, though, got that ace. He has aces up.
Check.
Checks again.
Ace.
Ivey checks.
I guess Ivey was worried about a higher spade flush.
Smith shows his aces up. Ivey mocks his flush.
He just mucked his hand. He can't even win when he wins. Phil, you had a flush. 5 suited cards is a flush. You gotta be kidding me.
But Smith will take that pot.
I am barring Phil from the big game for 30 days.
Phil Ivey mucked the winner.
Wow. Phil, you misread your hand. You misread your hand. How could you misread your hand?
Main event, Scott Blumstein, a main event rookie from New Jersey with a huge lead on Dan Ott, a main event rookie from Pennsylvania. Blumstein with ace-deuce.
These two born 2 months apart in 1992. Heads up for the bracelet.
Blumstein with the weakest of aces. Just calls.
Sometimes you go an entire heads up without anyone limping on the button, and we've seen it a couple of times now already.
Ott with ace-8 of diamonds and a raise to 8 million.
Well, Scott was limping to trap Dan, except Dan with a big hand here heads up. Ott from Altoona, PA. Blumstein from Morristown, New Jersey. Center ring here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Mullen.
And Scott loves his ace. That would put Dan all in.
Out chipped almost 5-1 and down to under 20 big blinds. This looks like a prime double-up spot for Dan Ott. Ott not so sure, and Blumstein surely must think he has the best hand right now with his ace-deuce.
Ott with all his chips to lose, and herein lies the reason for the delay. The room suddenly silent.
Yeah, Dan Ott looks distressed.
And he can get back in it right now.
Yeah, with a double out, Blumstein's chip lead would be back down to less than 2-1.
Ott at risk. Ott with a better hand.
So what do I do with ace deuce, a limb shove, or what? We're gonna be freaking 40 bigs deep again.
Scott's parents better get comfortable.
Yet another Blumstein Ott all in. Familiar territory for them.
Ott looking for his ace-8 to hang on, and the better ace is still the better hand now for Dan Ott after the flop.
I'm going to sleep.
Turn card as both competitors pace the floor here in the Brasilia room at the Rio.
Just pair the board at least.
7 of hearts, status quo. Ott a clean river card away from a key double up.
Yeah, no pair, so no chop possibilities. Only a deuce knocks out Dan Ott and brings Scott Blumstein the title.
And the river card. Oh, the 2!
I guess a deuce on the river finally changed something.
Jamie Gould's cause is a noble one, and he certainly is on the championship path right now. As action continues at our featured table, 7-handed here. Gould with King 10 of diamonds.
I raise.
Gonna raise it up. Jamie playing very aggressively as usual. Makes it 175,000 to go. Friedman with pocket 7s. Prahlad makes the call.
How much you playing?
2-5.
2-5.
It'll be the would-be TV producer versus the would-be rapper.
Pretty much a coin flip. Here we go to the flop. 4 deuce deuce keeps Prahlad Friedman in the lead with his pocket 7s.
300.
Gould will bet out 300,000 chips.
Jamie's coach, this main event has been Johnny Chan, and Chan must be telling him to keep pressuring the small stack. If Prahlad calls here, this is what he would want, heads up against Jamie Gould.
And Prahlad does put out the call. And these two will go to the turn. Turn card is an ace. Could be a scare card for both players. Gould to act first. He checks.
Jamie backs off.
Prahlad will check as well. So to the river we go. It's a 3 of clubs. Prahlad Friedman with the check mark. Also puts a straight draw on the board.
750.
750,000 chips from Jamie Gould with nothing.
Gould puts his river bluff cap on.
You got anything?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he's got king high.
You gonna show me?
Sure.
He likes to show.
Have you shown any bluffs in the tournament when someone asks you that?
No.
Never?
He's lying, Prahlad. He works in Hollywood.
You hit the ace on the turn, didn't you? Ace queen or something?
I'll show you.
I heard a story about you making a nice bluff. You bet about 750, I think.
You caught me.
Huh?
Please call. You caught me.
Jamie does look uncomfortable.
You showed a king high that time.
You got a good read on me.
Really?
He does.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Prahlad has amazingly nailed exactly what Jamie Gould is up to.
But all of Jamie's talk is messing with Prahlad's mind.
Man, I can't believe you got me. You joke?
I can't believe she raised this stone-cold liar.
Need some time. Need some time.
Prahlad has the right instincts, but he's reluctant to follow through on it. It's for about 1/3 of his remaining chips.
I don't even want to watch.
Now Jamie walks away. He says he doesn't want to watch. He's got Prahlad Friedman totally befuddled.
Look, he's trying to hide. Isn't that another tell?
And Prahlad folds. And Jamie will show.
Nothing!
Yes. What a bluff.
And Prahlad Friedman can't believe he couldn't pull the trigger. So here we go, heads up. $4.8 million for runner-up, $8.25 million for our champion.
Jerry Yang, 39, born in Laos, spent 4 years in a Thai refugee camp. Tuan Lam, 41, born in Vietnam, spent 2 years in an Indonesian refugee camp.
Jerry Yang with a 4-1 chip advantage on Tuan Lam. Both players have vowed to donate a portion of their winnings to charitable causes. Jerry Yang looks at pocket eights.
2 different routes for these guys getting here. Yang sees the chip lead early. Tuan Lam has pretty much folded his way into prime time.
A raise.
And Jerry is going to raise it. Any pocket pair heads up, but pretty much any 2 cards for Jerry means a raise. He makes it $2.3 million.
Tuan Lam actually played very well to get here. He just got conservative here at the final table.
Ace, queen of diamonds.
I'm all in.
And he moves all in. So Lam putting the pressure on early.
Yang will take his time. Even if he were to call here and lose, he'd still have a 3-2 chip lead on Lam.
High call.
Jerry makes the call, and here we go.
Yes.
Both players, Norman, seem pleased with their hole cards.
Come on.
Jerry should be happier.
I'm going to do it for Canada, man. Yes.
Tuan Lam with ace-queen needs some help. Jerry Yang will need to just hang on with those pocket eights.
Yang trying to complete his remarkable final table run. He started as the second shortest stack, but like Jamie Gold last year, he has knocked out all but 1 player here at the final table. Lam just looking to get lucky.
All right, and now the flop. And he does get lucky! Lam pairs his queen!
Tuan Lam has come from behind again and again. And for the all-day chip leader, Jerry Yang has taken a ton of blows to the head.
Lam in great position to put a hurt on Jerry.
Pair up, baby.
Yang looking for help on the turn. Turn card is a 7. Lam still way ahead, but Jerry picks up a straight draw.
That gives Jerry 4 more outs here. 2 improbable finalists bumping heads in poker's biggest arena.
Jerry's wife, Sue, most anxious right now, and Jerry holding that picture of their kids in his hands.
To knock Lam out and end this thing, Yang will need an 8 or a 6 for a straight.
The river card is a 6! Yeah! He hit it! Yeah! Jerry Yang is the 2007 world champion. And there's one unhappy multimillionaire.
Matusow just over 100,000 chips.
I'm all in.
And he's going to push them all in with his ace-king.
So the master of the short stack is going to put his tournament life at risk right now.
Action to Raymer now. He would love to take Mike Matusow down, but he is going to fold his cards.
How much you got, Mike, approximately?
110 altogether.
Same as me, yeah. Oh, right, I've got a bit. Oh, cool.
And Ed Foster will take the challenge and try to knock Mike Matusow out.
And Mike Matusow in a terrific position.
Come on, one time, let me get lucky. Let me hold up the best hand one time.
A 3-1 favorite as we go to the flop.
Come on, one time, baby.
Foster and Matusow now to the flop. 8-7-5, no help for either. Matusow now a bigger advantage.
Keep him red.
Keep the clubs coming.
Turn card,
blank,
7 of hearts.
Blank, deuce.
And
Deuce.
now on the river,
Deuce.
only a queen
Deuce.
would knock Matusow out of the main event.
It is a queen.
No!
Ed Foster has knocked Matusow out of this tournament.
Why do I get deserveless?
A catastrophic hit to Mike Matusow, who never shies away from showing his emotions.
This game is brutal for people, man.
He's going to take that bad, though.
And before it's over, you might end up with something like that. So, you know, you got to be able to take it both ways. I mean,
No Mike Matusow blow up on that final hand, just plain bad luck.
See the call I made on the guy earlier? I play the best poker in my life, man. Why do I have to choose this for a living? I gotta be the sickest person in the whole entire universe. Ivey, I thought this was my year. Damn. How does that happen to somebody? Oh well. I ain't playing a nickel and dime, I'm playing to win.
Enough nervous energy in this room to give Over Dam a run for its money. There is Oliver Hudson, an actor and son of Goldie Hawn, who was at our featured table today.
And of course, he's the brother of actress Kate Hudson.
Action is on Sam Farha. On the Milwaukee's Best Light Pocket Cam, Farha has ace-10 offsuit. Sammy's going to bet 200 chips. Everybody in the room starts with their buy-in amount, 10,000 chips. Over to Oliver Hudson in 2002. He was one of People Magazine's 50 most beautiful people.
I don't see it.
Pocket 10s.
Raise.
And Oliver is announced to raise.
raise.
He's going to make it 450 to Sam Farha.
Sammy doesn't like to wait a long time to get his feet wet. This is the first hand of the session, and he's going to call with his ace-10 offsuit.
Oliver Hudson in the lead right now with his pocket 10s. The flop is ace, ace, 10. Both get full houses, but Sammy's got the nuts.
You gotta be kidding me. This is the very first hand of the main event for both of these guys. Hudson has 10s full. I mean, he can't get up. This is a disaster movie for him.
Farha earns the check mark, but both players check.
Both were slow playing it, and Mr. Hudson is in bad shape. He's got the 10s full. He's not going anywhere.
A full house for Oliver Hudson, but it's second best. He bets 300 chips. Farha raises now to 1,300. That's a lot for this point of the tournament. Well, hand one.
All in.
And Hudson goes all in. And Farha calls immediately.
Oh, my God.
Very first hand of their main event. Sammy's got the nuts, and Oliver Hudson is in shock. I mean, someone needs to tell him he can get up. He is drawing dead. He's going home.
A meaningless jack on the river, and Hudson's gone.
First hand.
Nice hand, Sam. Thank you.
That is incredible.
First hand. That's it. Holy Hey, nice hand, man.